Hello students. Today in history we are going to start the new chapter number 8, new questions and ideas. In this chapter we shall study about the new ideas and religions that emerged during the later Vedic period, and thereafter here we discuss the circumstances in which several new ideas and religions developed and flourished. हम इस चैप्टर में क्या पढ़ेंगे? जो न्यू आइडियाज़ और जो न्यू रिलीजन्स लेटर वैदिक पीरियड में डेवलप हुए उनके बारे में. Towards the end of the later Vedic period, there was a strong reaction against the domination of the priest as well as rituals and sacrifices. Hindu society was clearly divided into four varnas. The Brahmins, who were the priests and the teachers, enjoyed certain special amenities and benefits. They did not have to pay taxes to the king. They could not be punished for any offense committed by them. The rigid caste-based division of the society often led to conflicts among the people of different castes. The Kshatriyas did not like the domination of Brahmins, who enjoyed many privileges. The Vaishyas were emerging as prosperous group because of their trade contracts with the faraway lands, so they wanted a better position in the society. The Shudras felt ill-treated by the other three Varnas, so they also wanted to end their miseries. लेटर वैदिक पीरियड में जो ब्राह्मण थे, जो सोसाइटी थी, हिंदू सोसाइटी थी, वो चार वर्णों में डिवाइड हुई थी. हमने प्रीवियस चैप्टर में पढ़ा है. वो थी ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य एंड शूद्र. जो ब्राह्मण थे उनको सोसाइटी के अंदर बहुत सारे बेनिफिट्स थे कि उनको राजा को टैक्स नहीं देना पड़ता था, उनको स्पेशल पोजीशन मिली हुई थी सोसाइटी के अंदर. अगर वो कोई क्राइम भी कमिट करते हैं तो उनको कोई उसके लिए पनिशमेंट नहीं मिलती थी. और जो क्षत्रिय थे वो भी ब्राह्मण के इस डोमिनेटिंग नेचर से ज़्यादा खुश नहीं थे. वैश्य भी बहुत फल फूल रहे थे क्योंकि उनको बिजनेस अच्छा करने को मिल रहा था. और जो शूद्र थे वो बाकी के तीन वर्णों जो वर्ण थे उनसे इल ट्रीटमेंट मिलता था उनको. सो उनको अपनी इस मिजरीज को एंड करना था. इन एडिशन पीपल फेल्ट इट वॉज वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट टू फॉलो द वैदिक रिलीजन. The religious texts were in Sanskrit language that was difficult to understand for the common man. The complex rituals and sacrifices were time-consuming and expensive. Poor people were unable to afford the dakshina or fee demanded by the Brahmins for performing sacrifices on their behalf. Moreover, the farmers strongly disliked the killing of cattle in Vedic sacrifices. Thus, the above-mentioned circumstances were best suited for the origin and growth of many new ideas. It was these circumstances that gave birth to two great religions, that is Jainism and Buddhism. Now we will start the Upanishads. Meaning, the word Upanishad is a combination of three syllables, that is Upa, Ni and Shad. Here Upa means near, Ni means down and Shad means to sit. In this way, Upanishad means to sit at the feet of the Guru or a teacher to receive his teaching. मतलब गुरु के चरणों में बैठकर शिक्षा प्राप्त करना. उपनिषद का मतलब है गुरुओं के चरणों में बैठकर शिक्षा प्राप्त करना. The Upanishads were considered to be the part of later Vedic text. They contain conversation between teachers and students. They have teachings of many religious teachers and saints. In fact, they are more spiritual and philosophical in content than the Vedas. Most of the ideas are presented through simple dialogues. Most historians hold that there are 108 Upanishads. Out of them, 11 are considered to be the main Upanishads. Upanishads कितने तरह के हैं? 108 टाइप्स के, जिनमें से जो 11 हैं वो मेन उपनिषद्स माने गए हैं. Teachings. The Upanishadic thinkers tried to answer many difficult questions. They wanted to know about life after death. जो उपनिषद पढ़ते थे उन्होंने बहुत सारे डिफ़िकल्ट क्वेश्चंस का आंसर करने की कोशिश करी. वो जानना चाहते थे कि जब हम मर जाते हैं उसके बाद लाइफ का क्या होता है, लाइफ क्या है. सम थिंकर्स वांटेड टू नो व्हाई सैक्रिफाइसेस शुड बी परफॉर्म्ड. और कुछ जानना चाहते थे कि सैक्रिफाइसेस क्यों दी जाती हैं, बलि क्यों दी जाती है. अकॉर्डिंग टू दैम देयर इज समथिंग परमानेंट इन द यूनिवर्स दैट would last even after death. They called it as the Atman or the individual soul and the Brahmans or the universal soul. They believed that ultimately both the Atman and the Brahman are the same. If anybody neglects the individual soul, actually he or she neglect the universal soul. The Upanishads deal with the Indian philosophy and evolve the theories of karma, maya and mukti. Upanishad states that the individual soul can unite with the universal soul or the Brahma by doing right karmas. उपनिषद में क्या लिखा हुआ है कि कोई भी आत्मा अगर हम अपने कर्म अच्छे कर रहे हैं तो हमारी आत्मा पवित्र होगी और सही मुक्ति मिलेगी. द उपनिषद डिस्कस अबाउट द क्रिएशंस ऑफ द वर्ल्ड, क्रिएशंस ऑफ मैन, आइडियल ह्यूमन कंडक्ट, द प्रैक्टिस ऑफ योगा, मेडिटेशन, कर्मा एंड ट्रुथ्स अबाउट लाइफ एंड डेथ. द उपनिषदिक थिंकर्स वर रिटन बाय the Upanishads were written by the learned Hindu sages. Most of them were men, especially Brahmins and Rajas. However, there were also a few renowned women thinkers such as Gargi. Poor people exceptionally took part in religious debates and discussions. One such exception was Satyakama Jabla. He became one of the best known thinkers of the time. His mother was a slave woman, Jabali. He was taught by a Brahmin teacher, Gautam, in the 8th and 9th century. A great sages, Adi Guru Shankaracharya, added many of the ideas of the Upanishads. Other literary works. During this time, other great literary works were also produced. They were related to grammar, poetry, astrology, astronomy, medicines, art of welfare, music, etc. A famous scholar, Pani, prepared a grammar for Sanskrit. He arranged the vowels and the consonants in the special order and then used these to create formulas. He used these formulas to write down the rules of the language.